A drag queen has gone on CNN to demand more rights from Congress for the LGBT LMNOP people.
I'm curious for you, first of all, what this day means to you. And second of all, have both Democrats and Republicans agreed to meet with you?
Yes, we will be meeting with both Democrats and Republicans. And I'm really excited to go speak with all of our lawmakers about the attacks that we're seeing on our LGBTQ community. It's so important to talk about and to discuss protections for our queer community. We already see so many attacks on our queer community. I already don't feel safe in my own hometown, just dressed in drag like this. And it's very scary for queer people to exist in a time where we see this kind of rhetoric being pushed by our lawmakers and the people who should care about other issues that actually affect the American people.
Okay, blah, blah, blah. We need more stuff. This is the sort of thing we hear every day of the month in June and really every day of the year, period. What makes it newsworthy is that drag queen is actually a woman. That drag queen is a woman, born a woman, remains a woman, as all people who are born women do. A woman dressed up as a man, dressed up as a woman. I believe this is what the post-structuralists would call hyperreality, where you have the symbol of the symbol of the symbol of the symbol of the thing so removed that this woman is dressing as a caricature of a woman that doesn't really even resemble a woman, which, ironically enough, she is. That's culture, man. That's really spooky. Now, people are getting fooled by this. So some conservatives are attacking this drag queen, dressed as a drag queen, as being a man. But because, oddly enough, this is a woman who's dressing as a man, dressed as a woman, what the conservative critiques are inaccurate. And so Marjorie Greene, rightly criticized this drag queen, and all sorts of left-wing newspapers are making fun of her for it, attacking her for it. Here is, I think it's Entertainment Weekly. Female drag queen owns Marjorie Taylor Greene after politician called her a man. No idea what you're talking about. Now, if you read down in the article, it says, when reached for comment, Brigitte, the drag queen, confirms to Entertainment Weekly that she was born and is comfortable identifying as female, but that most accurately, she's a non-binary queen. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Headline just said the drag queen is female. But then in the article in the body of the article, it says that she is non-binary. But according to the LGBT LMNOP orthodoxy, the dogma, if you are non-binary, you are not a female because it means you're neither male nor female. You're some third option. So what Entertainment Weekly and the LGBT LMNOP people want to do is they want to have it both ways. They do always want to have it both ways, don't they? They want to have it all the ways. For the purposes of upending our sexual ethic and our norms and our society, this drag queen is not a woman. But for the purposes of making fun of a Republican congressman, this drag queen is a woman. But even to be a woman, according to this drag queen, is really just based on an absurd caricature of a woman advanced by men in the LGBT LMNOP movement, which is increasingly divorced from reality. Really spooky stuff. Not only can we no longer answer the question, what is a woman? But we can no longer answer the question, what is a drag queen? Because we're so removed. I had someone on the show some years ago who was by Wokel Distance, really, really good Twitter account. And he's a big fan of Baudrillard, a philosopher and writer who really advanced this concept of hyperreality. And the example that Wokel Distance used was a strawberry. And you have a strawberry, and then you decide to make strawberry jam. And then you've got strawberry jam, and you like it so much, you decide to condense that flavor even more, and you make strawberry ice cream. And then you make that flavor, you get it down to its essence even more, you make a strawberry Jolly Rancher. And then you get that flavor even more down to its essence, and you make a strawberry Jolly Rancher soda. But the strawberry Jolly Rancher soda doesn't really taste like a strawberry. It's been so removed through symbolism and artifice, that you've got something really totally different. That's what's happened to this woman. That is what's happening to sex and gender roles broadly, because of this constant process of imitation and caricature, because of this constant remove from nature and the natural law and the behaviors that are conducive to human flourishing, according to the order of nature and certainly according to the order of grace. Because we're now so far removed from that, this woman, she thinks she's a they, them. She thinks she's a man. She thinks she's a drag queen. And a drag queen, all of a sudden, which was previously a man who dresses as a woman, can also be a woman dressed as a male caricature of a woman. And if you raise any questions about it, people are going to make fun of you. What should we really be laughing at here? I wonder. There's a special forces group, the Special Operations Association of America, which is warning that we are now at heightened risk of a Muslim terror attack. According to the SOAA chairman, Christopher Miller, he served as acting Secretary of Defense in the Trump administration. He said in a letter that his organization was, quote, gravely concerned by the current heightened risk of terrorist attacks against targets in the United States and both U.S. and allied interests abroad. So, yeah, of course. The West has been fairly consistently fighting elements of the Muslim world for about 1,400 years now. So, that's probably going to continue for the foreseeable future. And that's especially true when you let terrorists into your country. Terrorists who are talking about building bombs and harming people. That's true. But I mention that story because of a piece of wisdom that comes to us by way of Harold Macmillan, the old conservative prime minister in the United Kingdom. Macmillan was asked, what is the greatest challenge of statecraft? What's the greatest challenge a statesman can face? And he said, events, dear boy. Events, that's the big problem. And so we don't know. And between now and November, we've got July, August, September, October. We got a lot of time for some event to take place. Is it going to be a terror attack? Is it going to be some new war? Is it going to be a new pandemic? Is it going to be, I don't know. I mean, this time in 2020, it still kind of looked like Trump would win. I know we were really getting into the throes of the COVID mania, but things just happen. And I think there are a lot of conservatives who are feeling really good right now because the polls look good for Trump. And we'll get into some of those polls in just a moment. But especially if the Democrats' backs are against a wall and that nothing seems to be working, and even their extra constitutional, strategies that are contrary to the American political tradition, like imprisoning the front runner for the GOP, or the nominee now for the GOP. When that's all not working, who knows? Then they're going to be relying on luck and fate and history to intervene. That was a good clip. Now, hold up, ring the bell, subscribe to the Michael Knowles YouTube channel. See you next time.